Hello, welcome back to another episode of the Geoguessr Daily Challenge. Yesterday, we just barely missed gold with that last round in Switzerland, taking the rest of our points away. Okay, let's see where we are today. We have a white car, it's very arid, solid white lines. This is an interesting one, to say the least. No idea what to think of it yet, is what I'm trying to say there. Sun is in the north, which means we're probably in the southern hemisphere. However, I am seeing a lot of cactuses, which is interesting. I associate them mostly with Mexico, which is probably ignorant. But really, I don't know where else to see cactuses. White car is very interesting, but that says Los Pozos. Los Pozos. And this says Auco and Ijapel. These do sound possibly Mexican names. Um, hmm. It's so deserty though. I'm thinking probably northern Mexico. If anything, like up here. Um, Even the Baja Peninsula would make sense to me. There's so many signs though. Hold on. The back of that sign said something. Valle de Canela. This is something, man. I don't know what, but oh, Chile. This is a Chilean government sign. Very interesting, I will say. I don't think of this at all, this type of landscape, when I think of Chile. I just don't. Auco, con Barbala, Auco, and Ijapel. Time to start looking. I think probably a bit closer towards the capital down here is where we're gonna be. Yeah, Ijapel. Because this is wine country kind of around here, so this looks like we're a little bit close to something like that. And as you get more southern, it gets more habitable, I guess. But Ijapel, I found it, is here, is to our south, right? Auco. And then here is probably Canela Alta, right? That's one of the ones that was pointed to. And this is Losa something, which is dried up. I wonder if that's still on the map. To our east, Combarbala, which is there. And then Quelon. Is that where we are? Good thing there's so many signs. Los Pozos, that's right. Los Pozos. Well, we're close. Either way. We're probably in here. Or close. Yeah, we were actually right down the road. This was indeed the intersection. 6 points, sorry. Lost. Very good round, but confusing at first, definitely. Alright, so we have some English here. A bunch of religious stuff. It feels like we're maybe in Ghana. Ghana's very religious. You usually see a lot of churches and other such religious type buildings in Ghana. However, we need a little more info. That sign, I couldn't read it. Ibadan, that says Ibadan. Right, maybe that's something we could find. There's also a slight possibility, which I don't think is the case, that we are in maybe Uganda or even Kenya or even Nigeria. I mean, we can look here as well. Ghana's not the only people who are religious, and of course, that is just proven correct right there. Garden of Victory in Old Life Road, Oloagun or something, is the kind of region of the city that we're looking for. But what I can say, don't know where that is, but what I can say is that we're at least pretty close. So this is good. It was Nigeria, it was not Ghana. Now it's a matter of pinpointing. Here's a good sign. Honeycomb School. Yes, this is the whole address. Asejire. Something to look for. Asejire. Of course, not a lot of names to look at, unfortunately. Asejire. Olukeya Town. Ibadan could be... No, the state is Oyo. We might not be in Ibadan itself, though. Maybe... Oh, no, it says it right there. Stupid. This is tough. I mean, not enough labeling, unfortunately, I don't think, on this map. A lot of the places on the outskirts seem to be labeled, and then everything further in just kind of doesn't label itself. Old Life Road, or Old Ife Road, it looks like it says. Which is probably going to be impossible to find, unfortunately. I'm just going to place one down kind of in here, and let's go for it. Well, I didn't even have to press space. Time ran out. But we were just over here, kind of near the center. And yeah, not really any labeling to tell us where we were. So fair enough. But yeah, 16 points lost is no big deal at all. Okay, next up we have a black car. This is a very interesting black car. I think this is going to be the Bermuda car. So maybe we could figure out where we are just based on how it looks. I'm like 99.9% sure this is Bermuda. Maybe we're around here, I'm thinking, because it looks like it's enclosed. This says T.S. Admiral Somers. But no, we're on the north side of the water, and the road goes right along it. So probably here then, right? And then it goes up and off. Not too sure. We need a little... Convict Bay Lane. Convict Bay. What a name. Convict Bay Lane, though. It's probably a small one. So maybe not great to look at. Or to look for, sorry. This street is what? Fort St. Catherine is close. Tobacco Bay Park is close. Fort St. Catherine has to be visible. It has to be. Could it be up here? I mean, it definitely could be. But it probably isn't. Could it be over here? It's too small, I think. Over here, it's just where St. George is. It's tough. It's a lot to look at. Cut Road. Man, who would have thought it'd be so difficult to find, like, just such a little place in Bermuda? I'm sure we're here. St. George's, there you go, watermelons. Wonder if we find that. Yeah, oh, Convict Bay Lane, that's where it is. That's where we started. It's this, right? Yeah, TSA Admiral, perfect. All right, there we were, 5K. Bermuda really shouldn't take that long, but, you know, I was kind of struggling there. Okay, so this is interesting. We have some overhead signs, or maybe not. Maybe just some tall billboards. Either way, it feels like Mexico. I will say this. Feels like Mexico near the U.S. border, even more, I will say. MX on the end of that, so that's correct. It's going to be Mexico. The MX, right? Okay, there's got to be some key info somewhere. Mexico tends to be slightly difficult for finding where you are, despite being in big cities and such. They just don't like to write where they are very much, I guess. Here's a sign, though, that's gonna help if we get there. If I stop looking at all this stuff. Okay, it didn't help. There is a... nothing again. There's an airport nearby, which, I don't know, if you just get off the plane, you're probably like, it's probably like, welcome to this place. So maybe find a sign that says that. Monterrey. Well, it's got to be close at least. If we're not in Monterrey, it's got to be close, right? So it's up here. Probably we're in Nuevo Laredo, I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. And we probably want to see Arteaga. It's one thing to look for. If we go in here, I think it might be Monterrey just on its own. There's one airport. Let's look for one in here. Quetzalcoatl Airport. That's definitely not what we saw on the sign. I don't remember what we did see, but it wasn't that. Monclova? Does it have an airport? It doesn't appear to. Yeah, so Monterrey is going to be the best guess for now. We're probably somewhere nearby, not in Monterrey itself. Again, I'm not really too sure what else I can do here. This is difficult. It's one of these difficult rounds where you have so much, but you have so little information. Up to now, I've only seen the name of one place. And yeah, so we were close. Saltillo. Down here, the name of the airport turned out being Plan de Guadalupe, which is interesting. I don't remember that name. I could have sworn it was different. Maybe it was a small airport somewhere else. No idea. Anyway, not bad. Only 300 points less. Kyrgyzstan, right? Right away, you know it. Just looks like it. We have roof rack. Of course, there's a meta with those, but I don't really know it. Now, could it be Osh, which is 2 letters? It's O and then the W looking one. Could it be the capital, which is remembering. Forgetting. The capital of Kyrgyzstan, sorry, is Bishkek. So could it be Bishkek or Osh or Jalalabad? Things to look for. I like this big building here. I think this might have a little bit of information for us. Thought it would be a government building. Doesn't look like it. This might help. So we know what Jalalabad looks like. It's got this like X kind of thing. We know what Osh looks like. And Bishkek, of course, starts with a B. So we're looking for these names. Of course, it could be a different city, but those 3 are the most likely, I believe. KZ confirms Kyrgyzstan. And now we just keep looking. Unfortunately, there's not really a better way that I can think of. Those are all just going to be advertisements. On the bus, it seems. Doesn't feel like Kyrgyzstan. Kyrgyzstan, like Bishkek. Another clue is which direction the mountains are. The mountains here are to the south, which usually is a Bishkek thing. If you're in Osh or Jalalabad, the mountains are usually to the north, well, although Osh has them to the south here. So that kind of kills my whole theory. Thought I was doing something there. Guess not. Hopefully this pays off. Seeing the name Bishkek right now would make me a very happy man. Unfortunately, I'm out. I'm out there of names. Of like places to look. So another thing is, there's one more place that it could be, which is out here. I think there's like a city. It's either to the east or the west of Bishkek. It says Tarnadi or something like that. Karakol is the one, but we're out of time. Tick something. yeah, so let's just see where it ends up. I really hope it's not one of these southern cities. And it was indeed Bishkek. I was actually only a couple blocks away with my guess. Thank God. We went the whole round without seeing the name Bishkek as far as I know. But we still got it. 2 points lost. And that's going to leave it. I mean, I kind of wanted to play another round, but 24,741 is going to be our score for today, losing less than 260 points. Let's see where we ended up here on the scoreboard. It's got to be pretty high. Yeah, 26th place out of 2,000 plus people feels pretty good. Anyway, that's going to do it. If you guys enjoyed, please leave a like down below. Subscribe for daily Geoguessr videos. Leave a comment. Let me know how you did on today's daily. And I will see you tomorrow.